Welcome to Small Aid. Well, I need to open one of these. No, this is in Hebrew, so you don't understand it. This is plain silicone. This is designed for bathrooms to coat tiles and prevent fungi and just generally adhere things. And you have these standard connectors which you can screw on. And the major problem with all of these things is that this is dehydrating rather fast, or curing. Now there is a quite strong odor of acetic acid. So if I do this and open a tube, there we go, we can smell it, and this is a clear silicone. Oh boy. It is solid. It's not gooey. Okay, so let's open all of this and see what goes, because it's brand new. This is funny. I guess I shouldn't stock on these things, and I didn't. Just got this from a friend that, well, God knows. Expiration date due exactly 1 year ago. Let's open this one up and see what it gives. Oh, we have a nice rubber cap here. And it's solidified completely. Okay. You know what? Let me get a gun and we'll get that out and see how it goes. Just being curious, you know, how a fully cured tube would look like being extracted. There we go. I don't want to overdo that. I just want to give it an initial push. Put that away. And I'll get an old spoon and can push all that out. That's curing really, really nice. And cracking all over. And wow, acetic acid odor is really, really intense here. But that's really nice rubber. That's fully cured, by the way, or nearly fully cured, because it still smells a bit. But hey, that's bouncy rubber. And actually today I also cracked open another tube, and I have it here, and I was wondering if I could make some sort of rubberized, actual silicone legs for something. Just glue this and get it going. It's really, really nice. Literally, I could reassemble it just like a puzzle. Alright, so let me get a newer bottle. I do have this. This is supposed to be white acrylic gum. Well, whatever that is. It has the same curing problem. And I was thinking of making a small experiment, and I'll still show you the clear silicone one because I'm still very interested in the clear silicone, which dries a lot faster than this thing. My question is very, very simple. Can I protect this silicone from curing in a manner that will allow me to apply it later on in a more controlled fashion without losing some every time I open this container, or it dries off while I'm busy doing other things and forget about it for a few months? The question I came up with is, can I do something like this? This is a grease container. It used to be a toothpaste container, and I refilled it and repurposed it, and it works really, really well. I'm really pleased with that. So what can we do to do that very, very same thing? And maybe it should work, maybe not, I don't know. But I have a new tubing here, a new dispenser. My kids really like this toothpaste, so I find it useful. Let's try and refill it. But before we do that, since we're discussing or working with something that is basically trying to dehydrate or cure as fast as it can, I want to make sure I can seal this really, really well. I'm not sure how well the plastic here can seal itself. as good as I want it to be. So one simple way of doing that is getting a set of these O-rings. Now I have a few O-rings here. I have another set here, and I have a full collection over here. So what I want to do here is simply see what kind of O-ring can fit my needs. Oh, that's a good one. So what I'm thinking of doing is this. I'll take a glove. I want to use this grease applicator and use a tiny amount, well, not so tiny, a liberal amount, let's say, of grease on this O-ring. And this O-ring will be my seal. And I'm packing it there right quite nicely. Now let's see what I can do about that. I want to grease also the container to some extent. Let me put some more grease over here, so it wouldn't seal and clog up and bind to the threading, the inside threading. So I think that's fair enough. We don't need a ton of that. So let's fill this with acrylic seal and see how it goes. Okay, so we have a good 5 millimeters of filament, sorry, of walls to bind. Let me get my plier here. I've turned on the fan because it's going to be smelly in a second. What I'm going to do is I'm going to seal it back again. I'm just leaving about less than 1/8 inch or 2 millimeters or so spacing, and I'll just warm this up. This is on a small flame. Good thing it's not on a large flame. Okay. Come on, merge. Let's see if I did that. No, I didn't. I think we'll need something a bit hotter than that. You know what? I have another solution. Wait, this is clean from the inside. About 10 millimeters or less have been cleaned, and I'll apply a liberal amount of glue, and this does bind very, very nicely to the walls. It's also very, very hot. Put another glue stick in, and we'll try and glue this from the outside as well. I just want to make sure I'm getting some sort of overlap between the edges, internal and external. And this is really nice, actually. If your finger is wet and I just use some water, you can just brush it and shape it. I mean the hot glue. And now that it's set, it's secure. And if I try and push, I can't get any out. So, does it work? Yes, it does. How long will it work? We'll try and see. I'll just write on it. We'll call it white glue. What do you call it? It's called an acrylic seal. I'll write the date here. It's the 6th. Right, so now we know when we made this, and we'll check it in a year time. I'll probably use it over that time period and see if it's still is functional, basically. So we'll have an update video on this in due time. I'll keep you guys posted. Now, I'll have to wait for another couple of days to get the clear stuff, as I said, but for you guys, it's going to be presto. Silicone tubing, about 280 mil, and it's fairly standard, it's low cost, and it's drying out really, really fast. So let's get started. And I'll just cut this. Right. So far the only thing that worked is plugging it like that, but it's not a perfect solution. It does help for a short time, not for a long time. So off camera I made this one, which is a silicone seal. As you can see, it's still flexible, which is good, which is what we need. But I haven't shown you that because I had camera problems. So let's make another one. We need to find the right diameter O-ring to seal it. For demonstration's sake, what I'll do is I'll just seal this completely with hot melt, and this is screwable. So all I'll need to do is now find an O-ring that will match this one, not the cap. That is problematic. So let's have a go at it. Hot melt is over here heating up. In the meantime, we can look for the screw, for the right O-ring. That is really nice. That's its flush. Doesn't come off. Yep, I can feel it sealing. Nice. So let's get this out of the way. First things first, let's apply a small amount of hot glue to this area. Small amount of hot glue over here. Right. I want to seal it so it won't come out. Next up, what we'll do is we'll use some of the grease. Use the other side of the tip and apply a liberal amount of grease over there. So now it's nice and oily. Remember, we don't want the silicone to contact the plastic. It will dry off. So what we'll do is we'll put our O-ring over there and apply some grease on it as well. Let me get that there. Nice. So now we're nice and greasy. I'll even apply some over here on the flat face. Come on. Doesn't need much really. You're done with there. And right. Sorry about the background noise. Let me close the door. Right. This has been sealed. And let's see if it works. Oh yes, it does. So I'll just fill it up. I know you can't see much here, but okay, it's been filled. Let's say we have about 15 millimeters clearance. That's good enough for me. Let's clean the tip. And then you can see this rubber seal, although very old, is very practical. It does help. Not for long terms. You can't leave it like that for months. Forget about that. But for short term, oh yes, it can. I'll use this abrasive to mark off the ends, scratch them, so the hot melt will bind better. Somebody's really playing there with a Congo and drilling holes all over the place. And scratches that are also running along the length and across the length and in angles. Want all sort of scratches running the surface. The more scratches, the more contact area, and the better the bind. Okay, so this is nicely scratched. I think we can progress and put some hot melt. Get my pliers first. And that should do it. There we go. Yikes, too hot to hold. And we're going to seal it from the top, not from the bottom. Seal it like that. Now it's a bit cooler to handle. Not really cold, as you can see. But it looks better. It does look better. Let's get rid of that. And this is fairly cold now. Let's try and push back. Nope, I can't get any leaks, so we're good to go. So today's the 16th already. Yeah, time flies when you're having fun. Let's write it down. And now we know when to visit this again. Right, so here we go. Another silicone tubing. And let's see if we can get some out of the front end. Yes, we can. It's still liquid. Back end is sealed. And we're good to go. So I think we have a a good use for these tubes. Not just throwing them away, but actually reusing them for a good purpose. And if you think about it, if you're going to buy a small silicone tube in the shop, you're actually going to pay a lot more than this thing. So if you want to save money, just buy one of these, save some of these, and just transfer those. And you can store them for long times, I hope. Right now I haven't shown it, but it does look like it. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you soon.